and welcome back to today's lesson. Now today we're going to be talking about your profile summary. In the previous lesson, we talked about how to optimize your headline because what we're trying to do is get people interested enough to want to learn more about you. So after we've intrigued them with your headline, now we want to continue to discuss about the value that you provide and the results that you achieve for your clients and your experience in a detailed manner, but also succinct throughout your profile summary. And then we're going to further expand on that in your profile experience when we go into the following lesson. So today we're going to create a profile summary that speaks to your target audience, as well as create a summary that makes you stand out as the authority in your market. It's going to show your value and it's going to further help convert your potential prospects that are reading about you on your profile. So let's get right to it. So here we are back on my LinkedIn profile. So we just talked about the headline. We've optimized that. And in the previous video, I had you write down a lot of lists of benefits that you provide and different accolades, how you help people. So now we just want to really expand on the headline. So taking my profile as an example, you see that I talk about being a lead generation expert, and we talk about generating leads through Google and LinkedIn. So on my profile summary, which is the next section someone's going to look at after clicking on your profile, I want to expand on those points. So, I'm very direct on my profile, and I like writing it in the first person. Now you can do it either in first person or third person. I personally like doing it this way. There's no, right or wrong way. It just depends really on your personal preference. So, my summary says, let's get right to the point. You're here on my LinkedIn profile because you want to generate more leads through proven SEO and social media, online marketing, lead generation strategies. So you see that I'm talking about the fact that, we know what we're doing and we do it through SEO and social media. So then I give examples of successes that I've had at previous companies or results that I've had for my clients. So I talk about, the first company that I managed, which is Travel Smart, which we helped bring to $500,000 in its first year, and how I took the information the strategies that I learned there and then applied them to the clients that I work with now, using Google to double one of my clients' business, and also getting another one of my clients $83,000 in new business in just 6 months from our search marketing work. So, I'm expanding on the fact that we help generate leads through Google, and then I give short examples of how we've done that, and really kind of I'm telling a story. I'm telling a story of, the first company that I worked at and how I took the strategies that I used there to apply them to other businesses and what those results were, for my law firm clients and my other clients. And then through learning the information that I did through SEO, I started my LinkedIn marketing because I needed to get SEO clients. And so then we started to also work with LinkedIn clients. And then I talk about, how we generated as much as $27,000 in just 30 days through our LinkedIn marketing campaigns. Ask me how. So the ask me how right there is really a call to action. And that is something that a lot of profile summaries are missing. So one of the things that you want to have, besides being, result oriented, you want to tell people, well, what's the next step? What do you want them to do now? Well, you want them to connect. You want them to talk to you. So saying a question like this really, puts the onus on them to reach out to you and connect and ask about how they can get those results as well. And then I say, see, we're not just another SEO and social media firm. We focus on giving people real results. And then I say, see how we're different at wizardmedia.net. So I'm sending people to my website. Now you might notice I have a little arrow right there. It might be a little hard to see because I'm in this profile view, but that is what's called a Unicode symbol. And I pulled up another profile of a good friend of mine that uses this on his profile as well. Now you can do this in your headline if you'd like, and also within your summary you can see that he's used it a lot to organize the information that he's written about here. So if you do want to use Unicode symbols, you can just do a Google search. And what I did here is I pulled up this website. This is actually one of my favorite ones because it gives you this nifty little drop-down menu here, and then you can say, the different kind of symbols that you'd like, if they're letter-like, or I just had it on arrows, which is something that is useful to use on your profile. So you have, all these different types of arrows, and all you do is you just copy and paste the arrow over here and place it, wherever you want it to be on your profile. Now, while it does make your profile stand out and makes it a little bit easier to read, especially the calls to action, you see how he's got it here for the calls to action that are on his summary. You don't want to go overboard and just have, a bunch of cute little symbols all over the place, because then you start to look kind of goofy. So just make sure that you're tasteful with how you use the Unicode characters. And you can just go to this website, and all I did was, a Google search for Unicode symbols map, and it was one of the first ones that came up. So you can use that, but really what you want to focus on, what is the pain that your clients experience? You might want to say something like, if you are having trouble generating leads, then we help you by da 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 da. And you might want to also tell a little bit more about your story, how you got to where you are today. I do that on mine by saying, how I started at Travel Smart and then moved on from there to what I'm doing now. So really, what you want to do right now is take a look at your workbook and put together your profile summary in the following way. Number one, tell your story. And of course, be succinct, because you are limited to the amount of characters that you can use in this section. This is a summary, not a novel. The next thing you want to do is talk about the problems that you solve and the solutions that you provide, the benefits. But you also want to talk about the problem, because the problem is going to be the pain, and the benefit solution is how you help your clients. You want to talk about the target audience that you work with. I talk about how we work with my travel company, and there's the attorneys, and there's B2B firms. So you want to discuss these things in your profile summary. And then you want to have a call to action. Now, a call to action can be several different things. For example, on my particular one, I'm sending people to my website. Once you get to my website, there is an opt-in form for you to download our report. If you want to send people direct to a webinar or a free ebook or a free trial of your software or something along those lines, I highly, highly suggest having this call to action there, because people do click on this. I mean, it's not a ton of traffic, but hey, every little bit helps. And if that one click turns into a customer, depending on what your customer value is for you, the 2 seconds that you spent putting your call to action on here more than pays for itself. So you always want to be telling people what to do next, whether it's just as simple as connecting with you or downloading something to get onto your list and down your sales funnel. So next, what you want to do is go ahead and start creating your newly optimized profile summary using the instructions as outlined in your workbook, and then update your profile summary and earn your badge. So we can move on to the next section, which is your profile experience, where what we're doing now is expanding from the summary into the experience. Now, we talked about some of the results that briefly in the profile summary, but because we are limited by space, we can't fit everything in there. So then we use the next section to do that and further tell about the different places that you've worked and what's led you up to the point that you're at now. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next lesson.